GCs, Mima Olivia Aquaba. Had yet latest and hot news in Quan Enamide, Bremo, MT, Savunian subscriber, Omodiase over subscribe to the channel. The way I say over click a subscribe button. Now a belly notification. Awareness are you do be upload when the first person of Sabeka ASR video. I feel we are now like video and give us a thumbs up. Now feel share my offer for us now. We may be here now and some. Koso Ghana memohano Afriyie bura ensema veto yeponoso yitie sankomo yakoso sasemi ababeto dia yitie ho sem yitie.
Pick your family relatives. Now I signed your work as a consultant. Oh no, be a mamboy for poor my bona. You will not do that because you can't sit here and tell me say these are the only people who have the knowledge. Electoral Commission. But on Faho, when the Council of State was petitioned by some individuals, free say your democracy, the integrity of the commission is threatened. Council of State, what I say, almost appear here qualify. Almost a Ghana need. This is yes, that was
almost competence in party affiliation.
That was I'm telling you, the Council of State is one of the most useless institutions. Oh yes, I said we need to trash it because because the advice president, no advice is binding. The oko galamsey site say oko di pa ape bibia di because adwuma ni ho na ya tam na kotona twe reminder 6 months in the university no de na busiani yese okoye protest aban afa kwan bi so ajeli nunu na sefo no. People want to use the elections as a legitimate ground to get the government out because you see nema asi wa Africa ha amanfo atu aban ku ni na sefo asi no Akufo Addo aban wa twam even nema event ema rollins ye ku no those times in your because I'm not some cross the same way being coso not some who family and friends and cross the same way no being coso. But Ghana for have been very patient enough. They've tolerated all this nonsense because they hope say a day will come Ghana for will be given the opportunity to go to the ballot and decide their own fate. So I get to that point. You're waiting for 8 years. Now you think say because you are an electoral commissioner, so you can use the power that has been given to you. Now they are bending the legitimate will of the people of this country. Trust me, it will never happen. It's the reason why I mean electoral commission Mensah Akufo Addo but the million disappointed in and I him for akasi omo kroma and the focus on galamsey and elections. So people tend to forget to say Ghana is bankrupt. Yeah defaulting on external payment as to bilateral and your friends external creditors. Yentia dollar cedi no head rate and ya de ketwa amam for munumagu okwabuso kanya omwana sabi omutime kra niema deba se dodo na agyayi emrante ne mayoa enya adwuma nye galamsey na ene Akufo Addo ati ni babies agu tan wa ene omosa yenso ne yensase because of gold. So this is the state we find ourselves in. This is a country we are peeved about the situation. You can't just get out there to protest. Dampare for Bacho, Edward for 2 weeks, or in the name of national security, whatever. This is the country. So going into these elections, the stakes are very high. So maybe say, give the right to vote to choose whoever become president. That right to Ghanaians. Let them decide why they be leading. But in a state, Obenya state institution that is supposed to be neutral. That is supposed to be fair, firm, and resolute, like the Electoral Commission, or seeking to bend the electoral rules to favor the incumbent government. One here, and because I have always been telling people, say, any peace that is negotiated on the premise of injustice, a war in postponement. So we will be a negotiated peace. Now all negotiated peace, on the premise of injustice. Okay. And that's exactly where we find ourselves in now. Because you see, me say there's a NDC sorry, and I'll say or more concerns about the electoral register without anything, just conjecture, without speaking to fact, without speaking to figures. Make us say focus and do the elections. But we are talking about a situation where there are evidence upon evidence are clearly pointed to certain malfeasances, certain discrepancies in terms of data personnel. Obia can give way. Bosman Asare, I know Ankasa give you testimony to the fact that such occurrences in SC. Because one, and you know, Cresse, Obitina Pusiga, air transfer. And the records are there to show.
Yes.
Is it not a fact that Nipa when you're ready so more transfer money, you transfer more from register and also without their knowledge? Sanya money NCA. Is it not true? Say Obi Boko Electoral Commission party office. Ekofa BVD machine. What is the update on that? As to whether somebody can activate it from somewhere, use it to register people from the dark or not. Till date, Electoral Commission ain't mean a press conference and Kenyans assembly and Ghana for. Isn't it a fact? Again, and then Electoral Commission, President Akufo Addo Akofa will be a MPP, National Radio, see a party communicator, foot soldier, Dr. Piahene, and IT department. And Sa Akufo na omoye IT consultant for Electoral Commission omo free hakoyi omo from his company we be GD bebrebe mi we fini din. And isn't it true say President Akufo Addo ne wafase say ne relative my friend amfo kwachi na se for no omo consultant about the IT. So these are fact no conjecture. These are answer bit and me stakeholder going into these elections. Now me tenase na me gather me head around all these relevant facts. Now what tenase na wankasa na de bia de yakwa election na esisi wa anasa wulusu a you can't come and complain. It's the reason why Electoral Commission, as an independent body, so we need to be this year. You avail yourself to the truth. Make sure, say, going into elections, no crabia said there, Dimagana, near Bimuda have preferred elections, no outcome will be accepted. You do. Because, me Africa, there are several electoral misunderstandings are giving rise to a lot of violence in Africa. I mention a lot of them. Say Emrama Ekwanya, metimi de wako a country like saying Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire recently 2011 elections. We need to almost about 3,000 and over in the year. Nigeria, ABC Kenya. So Sanyama we nyina because yakoto aba. Party ni free Electoral Commission sisiri no. When si free say we sisiri no na acquire because going into the elections no doubt e wa manfo adwemu. So as a commissioner, we need at the BIDC, said the city, you try to bring everybody on board. Now, among for Betsy near Master say, say, now your team rectify. Indeed, the Electoral Commission and you're ready to obey a forensic audit. At least sit down with the stakeholders. Baby, I also what patch mistake no just try and explain to people, show them the data. Mama for who say net here. But Sanyama we need see. Not Jen Mensah free say Electoral Commission ne papa japade na owu no de jana no wa inherit. So she's not accountable to anybody. It's the reason why Abra serious concerns were being raised, we na akwa kwese ni akwa bush mind bi man be press conference catch us say 2016 register no na emwa ne enua ewo register no eno so ye de to aba. This is a commission that is supposed to be fair, that is supposed to be neutral, that is supposed to be officiating the elections. A year quite the stakes are high. Nase assembly. Nasa assembly nipa no kan kwa say enyina so anima ansa ye de nipa no nie. So you see, this is a commissioner while zooming a certain belligerent posture. They are not ready to listen to wisdom. Their position no more taking say adwuma making sure say Akufo Addo will stay in power. And that is the last thing Ghanaians want to see. That is the last thing Ghanaians will accept. Say Ghana for nyina koto aba on the grounds of fairness. Na say nipa dodo na free say still. The akoso nyina Bawumia number 2 aba mana. So be it. But say enya sa na besi. Na say Electoral Commission free say because Akufo Addo na de me buy I own him a duty to ensure say all corner he will hand over, because you see some of these comments have been made in the past whereby Agyapong akachira and say the besi bia no MPP will not hand over to any other political party apart from MPP. Yeah. President Akufo Addo Akambi, Papa Yote Flagstar House, almost some friend. He made similar statement. And these are people who more occupy sensitive position. It is a same way you know. You are leaving an imprint of doubt on the minds of Ghanaians, and also the neutrality and the independence of the Electoral Commission. Who calling it to question, especially Utuweni. Now we heard Jumadi Brabo Mensah and Asefo at the commission. Bossman Asara Babonting petty explanations or the Magana for Utin Samaoka commission. Now no balloting. You saw what happened in there when people were exchanging balls in the full glare of the general public. A huge embarrassment. And this yes, I never when you know for Anyam Tuma going into the elections. I am talking about Afriyie because me say baby a Ghana for Gina they will lose in a Juma. Donya Jumanya, the only sick Akoto bank, and the bank in a come and they have Pakwan Tom bank, The Oko galamsey site, Oko dipa, Ape Bibia because a Juma Niho, Naya Tam Nakotuna Remanda 6 months in the university, The Nabusi ni, yes, okay, protester, Bayafa Kwambi so Ajeli Nuna as a forum. People people want to use the elections as a legitimate ground to get the government out, because you see Nema asiwa Africa ha among for two abayin cool ni as for as you know Akufo Addo abayin will come even Nema event ema Rollins ye cool no those times in because I'm na sam cross the same way being koso na sam hunu way family and friends and cross the same way no being koso, but Ghana for have been very patient enough. They've tolerated all this nonsense because they hope say a day will come Ghana for will be given the opportunity to go to the ballot and decide their own fate. So I get to that point, you're waiting for 8 years now. You think say because you are an electoral commissioner so you can use the power that has been given to you now, what they are bending the legitimate will of the people of this country. Trust me, it will never happen. It's the reason why I'm electoral commission Mensah Akufo Addo but the million disappointed in and I him for akasi omo kroma ahim for akasi asofo akasi a omo bo mu minimum I say be omo no dey Yesu ko school ko hwe no money we selling Jesus for money, all because people are gullible. No, this is the time omo dwuma ba because we are all stakeholders going into this election. They say and semuna Mensah te wa oye no I don't not aware, they don't know. So Argentina will be bold enough to look at the woman in the face. Aya Ghana that na wudi di agrono, aya Manchester na wudi di petrol ho agrono, because elections no said the amount for buofu said the amount for vim amount for they go into elections na. And this we ya de bia be amount for nya doubt because I can't free and fair election na. And event I see one day aya process. Elections na nkasa a process. So organizing elections now, getting people to accept the results now on its own, no, a part of the process. So if you don't do it and you create doubt, create suspicion, now man for in the win here, it doesn't matter. But you better go in. You better go the election day Akoto aba and legitimately the party will win. I will be a real man. But I know what create consistent doubt. Why you nema amam for who say win fair, you know. So what the results no back amam for nyintum. And the Argentina him for akese omo to me. Omo kan ebam omo nyina obi aka na no to so ene ya hu say obi tira radio so no kasa tia o hena yetimi Ken Ofori de ko pie ahemfie ni na se for ema you good anim so radio so the Mensah ye na sabi ye nyina ye da achil na se for on the line there people are not interested. And now so for gina aso dem a preach in the past we saw their involvement in our politics and some of the things that they say, and the Mensah attracting young kasa cohesion and your democracy, you know. I didn't know been to be Kenyans and 7 years. I didn't know because you are not the first person to become electoral commissioner. Me and Yamin Kwana may express concern. Afriyie commissioner what Tenaso Pen. And he's the oldest and the longest serving of electoral commissioner. Our experience, over the years, you know, he has been a so institution. Africa, a lot of countries rely on his expertise and experience for their electoral process. And for them, or no ankasa kraba bontia bakase. Abrabo Mensah and the boss man and other people, and no more, no, endanger the prospect of our democracy. And it is important so to tone it down. The high horses, no monam so thinking that they are sitting on the moon, no. So I'm going to this as some elections in the bar. It will not happen like 2020 when it happened, no, because you won't be that. Say you're going to elections, electoral commission they register or the results are back. And the actual was a or say will be a mistake. And the actual or the aba, which check percentage more than 100%. And the actual or the aba. And people calm down. They tolerated all these malfeasances and infractions. And people have warned themselves, going into the next election, you know, such mistakes will not be accepted. Because if you tell me what say register now, year 2016, you know, no mistake, there is a need for us to do new one in 2020. Now, so be to me, somewhere pussiga. It's me a electoral commission system, man. Do you know what somebody in Accra can do? Because pussy go, look at how far it is. So only panic me invading into electoral commission register, man. Can you imagine what will happen here and several other places? And just on the election day, you know, somebody can equally enter the same system and compromise the integrity of the elections. These are some of the things that you should be engaging people for people to have hope and confidence. System is so robust. Now, now president, you know, and I'm say be on mine ho na ma catch as a president Akufo Addo ye mamboyefo ntino and na okofa sa apia hene na wonim no because I won your mamboyefo aka kire me electoral commission we know how sensitive it is. I didn't tell Akufo be or a known party person. I say electoral commission on my then
no money IT department.
On money IT department, and then you pick your family relatives. Now I signed your work as a consultant. You will not do that because you can't sit here and tell me say these are the only people who have the knowledge. Electoral Commission, but on Faho when the Council of State was petitioned by some individuals, free say your democracy, the integrity of the commission is threatened. Council of State, the almost appear here qualify. Almost a gun knee. This is yes, that was
almost competence in party affiliation.
That was I'm telling you, the Council of State is one of the most useless institutions. Oh yes, I said we need to trash it because because the advice president, no advice is binding. So Obi advice you can take it under advisement, you can ignore. So why are we paying huge sum of money advising people? There are people who are really ready to counsel the president for free. We can't be paying huge sum of money when I'm out for real school. National Service Card, they don't get money. When old people are being paid for what? Nothing. Because as we are sensitive about it, if they were able to intervene, now Ghana for will see the importance of the Council of State. Meti, I am asking you, because I mentioned 3 importance of Council of State, they never can't tell me. Because Akufo Addo no nam way, ni juma odi, they na chese council be cancel no. Because he cancelled on our audience and we the say if he's being cancelled and other Ghana Sika caught 2 amena say Oye Cathedral. If he's being cancelled and other licenses and my for some Forest Reserve, then I won't cancel the Senke minum. So clearly, no, the Council of State and the President has demonstrated clearly say emphasobia and this and it's the reason why some Kofoni you be me and the threat I would tell the threat the threat honorable and the average Ghanaian who so going into election, no, it's not just NDC and PPBM, it is about Ghana for collective will. Yeah, try say whoever wins the election, no, will be the legitimate will Ghana for express say at this point. This is the person I have, but Annan said that is cast on Akufo Addo and Bawumia, and they know, say, whatever it takes, they will go home and be held accountable. And as Akufo Addo go fear, they automatically, the Mensah and the cronies will follow. So they are doing everything to protect their tenor, and it's exactly what they are doing. But I'm telling you, at this time, because Ghanaians are really ready. Say they will stand for the truth, and it's the reason why you see all this pressure. I'm asking, say, it should not end here. The pressure must be consistent because, say, one transi and kasa. Now what transi and I can if you know to go into election, now or declare elections now. There is nothing that you can do. Okay. What I say. So this is the time.
No amount of pressure.
No. You can't. We are just over causing to Kwaku Annan for power no will not come to you. So this is the right time to force this institution to do the right thing. Mensah Ghana nyane and electoral commission in papa dear and then Mahamadu Bawumia and an institution of state they are supposed to do the right thing because Ghana is seeking the financing, no, but she's behaving as if say on one is seeking the financing the electoral commission. Because by the time in some no koswa press conference about one tia papa no beka say na emwane yefese enwia ewe register no any serious democratic dispensation that guy position becomes untenable. You sack him because you don't speak to Ghanaians in that foolish tone. Because Ghanaians are angry. People want explanations. You hold a press conference and speak in this manner and you still get away with it. So at the end of the day, motivate a lot of people to do whatever they do. That is the reason why and Mensah sarcasm will be unfair. But maybe I think that Mensah largely because of Parliament. Yes, because of Parliament. You see, I don't see say your current Parliament is effective. It's unfortunate Honorable is here, but you see that is my opinion. You call into 2020 elections, Unim say a day before I go into elections, or the Mrabi by make sure or Kate Sha anyway out of your friends saying the constituency. No,
I think say a night before election, I think here to about 2020 to Monday, right? Yes. So a night before elections, yes. Not the release.
Yes.
Parliament. No,
some minimum,
yes.
One fan Parliament. So you that injustice, that crime, because in a democracy, the biggest crime of it committed, and they say, we disenfranchise a group of people and deny them a representative in Parliament. So, about a constitute Parliament, who say a tie, and then stop Parliament to halt every single parliamentary business until that particular injustice is rectified. You what I say? You play hardball with them because Akufo Addo has demonstrated that he's an intransigent president, that he's not amenable to wisdom. And the only way of it is to hold him by the balls. And I'm sure the Parliament, the minority and speaker, at that point, they could have held him by the ball at that particular time. Say, we need to conduct election for the people of South. How can we sit 4 years and at the end of the year, has not been corrected? And it's done with she will feel emboldened. Is the reason why she's out there. Your friend is on parliament. Honorable has been in parliament. Several occasions, there was a timer. Deputy in the coy, and a parliament can say they are no me. Or she doesn't respect anybody because the oil and fan ready. So going forward, I think that not just parliament. We, the people of this country, need to prove to any whoever hold any state institution say, and no way Japan and you Ghana for your power, Juma. Go on and say, or really Ghana for how many years? And all your run is a who know. At a melt away, now Gaddafi wa hefa. Now what be the 8 years and I just say, now I damn with the party.
Okay, Ivan Che innocent, no.
Yo, waiting for winning and someone about the door. So make out say hi GC News. And indeed, so we are subscribe ya for more than say over subscribe to the channel. Now feel so we are well like a video give us a thumbs up. Now feel share my offer so now when you be here and say Hadie latest and hot news Kwabena Agyapong Prempeh. Also betting at Gyamfi and so we now will comment boxing. Nobody make a view in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.